Hello and welcome to another web development tutorial on my channel, and from today we are going to start CSS, and in this video you are going to see CSS intro and CSS overview, how we could style a page from CSS, how we could implement CSS, how CSS work and all that stuff. So let's get started. So the first thing I have to do is just make a basic template for my HTML and change the title to CSS tutorial. Okay, so now let's talk about how CSS work. So CSS is generally cascading style sheet, and a small intro for CSS, like for 2 minutes I gave in my first video of web development, where I show you the roadmap of web development, how this course will be going on this channel. Also, in this video we are going to talk about types of CSS, how CSS works, CSS overriding if there is enough time for us. Okay, so let's get started. So the first CSS I want to talk about is inline CSS. So there are three types of CSS. First is inline CSS, then comes internal CSS, and after this two CSS there is external CSS, which we are generally using at most of the time. So these are the three CSS. Okay, so we are going to talk about one by one. uh, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about, let's open the live server, and now in my body tag let's create an h2 tag. uh, h2 Let's create an h2 tag like this, and now in my h2 tag let's I put hello world, and now let's I put hello world. So how could we add styling to CSS? When it's come to inline CSS, it's pretty easy and pretty good. What you have to do is you have to go to your element tag or the starting. Like I go to my h2 tag starting and right here style. So now in my style, I have to write equals and then some column. And now I have many options right here. So the thing and the main style I'm going to use for this tutorial to explain you all that stuff is background color. So let's give it a background color of red. So now I give it a background color of red and save the file. Okay, and now let's go to the browser, and it's loading right here. So let's first of all uh, make wait for the. So right here, so let me put this like this, and now you could see that how this is working. So here is a hello world right down here. So this is how the inline CSS work. So this is an example of inline CSS. Now let's talk about internal CSS. And internal CSS and external CSS works on the same principle, and the principle is there are two types of groups we could classify the all our CSS elements. Like there is one class and other is ID. ID is specific for all element, not it is necessary not for the CSS part, but is necessary for the JavaScript part, because we when we dive on the JavaScript part, ID is going to be for only one specific element, so that you could target that element and do some specific work and make the work and the make user interface little more user friendly, and how it can interact with the user, and just like that, and give it a some logical algorithms. Okay, so in my h2 tag, I'm going to give it a class. So class is generally a classifying method for CSS, and I could give a class of container para. So you could give any name of class, and now internal CSS mean like we have title tag, we have head tag, we have body tag. So we have another tag called uh, style tag. So in my end of the head tag I could write style, and that we have get our style opening and closing tag. In between that tag we could write classes and ID and their styling. So for classes we denote by dot container para, and after writing this, I could give it some styling. So let us give it a background color of pink, and now if I save the file, you could see it get a background color of pink. So this is how you could give a background color. So now let's talk about overriding and overruling. So if I in the same line where I write this thing, if I write style, and in style I give it a background color of red like I gave it and save this file. So now you could see it takes the background color of red. So the reason why it's happening because the style has the dominancy among the class or internal tag or external tag, you could say that. Okay, so let's talk about which we conclude from this example that inline css has a dominancy among the internal css and external css. So now right here I created an inline css tag in style and I write it container para and some color. So let's go to my and create another file which I name index.css. So the method of that, how could you do external CSS from name, you could understand we have to work CSS, we have to work on CSS outside of the HTML file. So we have to link our file to HTML file. So the thing we could link, if you write link and the semicolon, so you got all this stuff. So I'm going to dive on to CSS and favicon. CSS, as you all know, is for cascading style sheet, and favicon is for this uh, Chrome icon right here. So let's give it a CSS file and name this index.css. Now if I go to my CSS file, so now I could write dot container para, and in my container para I could do like background color to be red. Now for now your, not to be confusing, let's give it a yellow so that you can't confuse on that stuff. So now we have an container para, and right here I will give a class of container para. So let's see which will dominance which. So if you see that it will dominance the internal era because internal CSS has a dominancy among external CSS. So hopefully you understand how this is working. Inline CSS has dominancy among both the CSS, other type of CSS, and internal CSS dominancy among the third type of CSS, external CSS. So hope you understand that thing. So this is how you could get your styling on this tag. Now let's talk about ID. So let's give it an ID of container, and now if I go right here and uh, let's go right here to my this container, and the writing style of this thing is you have to write first of all the sign. If this is a class, write dot, and if this is an ID, write hashtag. After that you have to write the name, then you have to write semicolon, and in semicolon you have to define your all style you have to want, and at the end of all style you have to write a semicolon like that. Okay, so this is how this all thing works. And right here if I write curly brackets, and in my curly brackets if I write let's say background, let's talk about text color. So text color you could write by color and then define the text color. So let's define white color. So now if I save the file and I gave the reason why it's not coming, I didn't give an ID right here. So let's give it an ID of container. And now if I save the file, so you could see it got an color of white. So this is how you could give it a color of white to our container of ID container, and this is how it all works. So hopefully you understand all type of CSS, dominancy and overriding of CSS. Also understand the way of writing CSS. We could write this all thing in another file, and this is a pretty good practice to write in another file for CSS because it's make our work in some customizable manner, and we could read our files and understand if any others come out. So hopefully you enjoy the video and learn something. If you learned something, please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.